everyone see a successful shoe brand when they're winning, but very few people see this part. When there's no sales, no shoe in hand, and barely few followers, but you're choosing to keep going anyways. Right now, where Fisher Crew is at right now, we're waiting on our sample. And we're going through a lot of revisions. We're adding, we're taking away. We just approved the bottom sole. And now the manufacturer is working on molds to build the structure of the upper part of the shoe. And it's definitely a process. It's been a couple weeks now. And, I'm just letting the manufacturers do what they do. And pretty soon I'm just going to hit them up or, ask them how everything is going and see how far along they are with making the molds that's going to build the structure of the upper part of the shoe. I'm learning, man, to post every single day, regardless of how I feel, regardless of how other people feel. It's definitely building, it's conditioning me for success. It's conditioning me for me to learn how to stay consistent and how to motivate myself at the same time of motivating others in this process. Because a lot of people don't talk about how they started a shoe brand, them talking to manufacturers, them showing the prototypes. Like I show prototypes on my Instagram, and that's basically where I show a lot of my prototypes on the Instagram, and also on the community part on YouTube. So if you want to get more involved and see a lot of the prototypes, a lot of things that the manufacturers are doing, join the community, add and subscribe us. We love to have you join the community. When it comes to manufacturing, man, you got to make sure that you weed them out, man, because a lot of them, they don't have all of the what do you call it? The machines to build every kind of shoe. So depending on what type of shoe you want, you have to weed a lot of the manufacturers out. And that's what we did in the beginning was, we asked a lot of questions. We asked to see some of the shoes that they made and see if they can possibly make our vision come to life. And the manufacturer that we chose is definitely making our vision come to life. The reason why I started Fisher's Crew was definitely to build something of my own. Man, I truly want to help people. And I learned that, in order to help people, you need money. You need resources. And if you don't have any resources, you don't have financing, it's very limited on what you can do to help communities, to help people. So this is where Fisher's Crew is right now. This is where Fisher Crew wants to go, is to be able to help people, motivate people, lift people up. This shoe brand is so much more than just shoes. This is where style meets purpose. If you've seen my shorts, you have come accustomed to the ending part of my shorts is where I tell you Fisher's Crew, where style meets purpose. So some of the things that I've learned is consistency is definitely harder than motivation. because, man, there's some days where I don't feel like posting. There's some days I really don't feel like being on camera. And I'm choosing to keep going anyway, choosing to build momentum from scratch, you know. So thank you guys for joining. Thank you guys for, you know, being here, listening to me tell you guys where Fish Crew's at. My name's Timothy Grace. And yeah, I'm the founder of Fisher's Crew. So I hope to see you again on the next video.